Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. Adopt Assembly resolutions against UGC's draft regulations. MK Stalin urges chief ministers of non-BJP ruled states. Says this would remove autonomy of universities and undermine federalism. Manufacturing and developing technology to build homes on the moon for settlements. IIT Madras is cutting its research on extraterrestrial manufacturing. The premier Madras Christian College launches its B School, the MCC Boyd Tandon B School, thanks to a $2 million donation by its alumna Chandrika Tandon. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin has urged chief ministers of non-BJP ruled states to adopt assembly resolutions against the UGC's draft regulations, which aims at bringing about drastic changes, particularly in appointment of vice chancellors. MK Stalin says if the centre has its way, this would remove the autonomy of state universities besides undermining federalism. If centre has its way, the governors as chancellors of state universities would turn all powerful, making very little or giving very little say for states in the appointment of vice chancellors. The search committee for appointment of vice chancellors would have just one member of the state government. However, the governor and the UGC chairman's nominees would constitute a majority. MK Stalin is also up in arms against the proposal to introduce entrance tests for admission to both undergraduate and postgraduate admissions. He says this would overburden students. Already there is a tussle between Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi and the ruling DMK, because of which 6 state universities, including the prestigious Anna University, do not have vice chancellors at the moment. The Raj Bhavan insists including a member, a nominee of the UGC's chairman in the search committee. However, the state government says not really. The state universities are governed by their own statutes and the UGC's guidelines cannot be imposed on states. They can only recommend. The Tamil Nadu government argues, and the issue is already being heard by the Supreme Court. Today, the Kerala Assembly also adopted resolutions just like Tamil Nadu against the UGC's draft regulations. However, the BJP says the aim is to improve the quality of higher education across Tamil Nadu and to address issues of capitation fee and selling of seats by private colleges and universities. And this is what the ruling DMK and the key opposition AIADMK had to say.
The current UGC guidelines regarding appointment of the vice chancellors to the university has completely taken away the rights of the elected state governments. So the education which is in the concurrent list, the union government is practically taking things in the concurrent list into union list, which has to be opposed, which is against the spirit of cooperative federalism. And the justification given by the UGC or the supporters of this draft is totally unacceptable, because they say all these are done to improve the standards. I do not understand, just by appointing a UGC nominee, how will the standard of the education will improve. As far as education is concerned, Tamil Nadu is front runner as per the data and the parameters given by the union government. Hence, the UGC has things to learn from Tamil Nadu. The union government has things to learn from Tamil Nadu when it comes to education. They cannot unilaterally take such decisions on things which are in the concurrent list, which is against the spirit of cooperative federalism which the constitution speaks.
As far as these UGC new rules are concerned, It is definitely against the state rights. But rather than exploring the different means and options, particularly the legal option, and trying to set an example for others, Mr. M.K. Stalin trying to paint a picture as if this is a national movement and trying to elevate himself clearly indicates his political interest rather than his interest for the welfare of the people, and rather than interest of the state rights. It clearly indicates the mispriorities of M.K. Stalin with respect to handling any situation that affects the state rights.
Imagine manufacturing on the moon or developing a technology to build houses on the moon for human settlements at some point in time. Well, that's exactly what IIT Madras is researching on. It's called extraterrestrial manufacturing. Recently, Prime Minister Modi had complimented IIT Madras for this as part of his Man Ki Baat. I spoke to IIT Madras's director, Professor V. Kamakoti. Prime Minister Modi complimented IIT Madras during his Man Ki Baat, acknowledging the research underway on XTEM, extraterrestrial manufacturing. In a nutshell, this equips or prepares India to do manufacturing in the space. Joining us now, Professor V. Kamakoti, the director of IIT Madras. Professor, thank you very much for your time. Yeah. For a lay person like me to understand, what does this XTEM research mean, Professor?
Extraterrestrial manufacturing is now becoming extremely important because of two reasons. Now, I'll split this answer into two parts.
Right.
One is manufacturing in space for space. Another is manufacturing for space, manufacturing in space for Earth.
Right.
Right? Two things. Now, today we are looking at space stations. Space stations are becoming very important for various studies today. One is exploratory study, another is climatic modeling and so many environmental related studies also. So a lot of people are looking for settlements in space. Is it possible for us to take the entire building from here to Mars? No. Right? So one of the important building in space for space is to have technology for human settlements. So can I make concrete there? Right? And what is the challenge in making the concrete? How is that concrete different from our concrete? The thing is, there'll be no water there. I can't carry from here, so I have to make concrete there. So how will I make a concrete without water? With very less water or whatever small I can take from here. This is number one. The number two is that can I drill something there and get some raw materials by which I can make concrete there? And that drilling, I have to carry the entire drill robotics mechanism, and that robo and all should work at microgravity because there will be no gravity. Okay.
Professor, what kind of infrastructure have you developed on campus for this? Because this requires zero gravity conditions, microgravity conditions.
I think we are in perfect sync because that is my next answer. Right? So the infrastructure today, you please, if possible, please visit the National Combustion Center.
Right.
So we have a 2.5 second microgravity testing where we can do these experiments and see if it can work, right? So once that is successful, we have shown some very good success. A lot of papers have been published in that. And we are very slowly growing towards a very good perfection there. The second important facility is today Agni-Cool, right? Agni-Cool, let us say 350 kilometers. And when I have a free fall, that can be a microgravity, I can start doing certain...
And at what level are these researches now? Are we at the nascent stage or have we achieved a significant milestone?
Actually, we are, if you say that 10 in a group of 10, I will say that we are at 5 worldwide. And India is also making a progress. It's not that we are lagging behind.
Any timeline for significant breakthrough?
In another 1 year, I'm sure we will have some very good demonstrable manufacturing that we can show in 1 year time.
Professor, thank you so much for your time. That was Professor V. Kamakoti talking to us about the ongoing cutting-edge XTEM research going on IIT Madras. In Chennai, with Renuka, Sam Daniel, Find TV. And finally, global business leader and philanthropist Chandrika Krishnamurti Tandon is donating $2 million to her alma mater, the premier Madras Christian College, to establish a B school, the MCC Boyd Tandon B School. Chandrika is the sister of the former PepsiCo chief Indira Nooyi. I caught up with her on her vision and her recent Grammy nomination. It's a give back moment for Indian American Chandrika Krishnamurthy Tandon, who has donated $2 million for her alma mater to establish a new business school at the Madras Christian College. It's going to be called MCC Boyd Tandon School of Business. Thank you very much for your time. You studied in the 70s. How special is the college for you that you're donating $2 million for this?
MCC were the 3 years that I spent in Madras Christian College from 1970 to 1973 as the second batch of BCom were three of the most exciting, wonderful, sort of life-forming years for me. And I still have a deep affection for the college, and I've continued to have that over several years. So being part of MCC now, again, even as I walk, as I drive into the beautiful campus, I just feel this thrill and this absolute rush of memories, which are so fond for all of us alumni.
Right. There are so many business schools. How different would this program be, the USP?
We are a business school that is part of Madras Christian College, which is a 187-year-old college. And it's one of the greatest colleges in the country. And with a very, very, very strong liberal arts culture, with a very strong science base. So the goal of this business school, the theme, the meta mantra, if you like, is unbounded. What do we mean by that? That every student that finishes from our business school, that our school will be distinguished in four ways. Number one is that every student that graduates from the school would be involved in some social issue or some world problem, so that they have an awareness of what the challenges the world is facing. So they're not living in a bubble. So they're not focused in a very straitjacketed way about just learning the functional areas of finance or whatever. The second thing that every student that comes to MCC, Boyd Tandon School of Business, will be doing is that they're going to be part of the MCC ecosystem. So we are thinking through, and this is early days yet, but we're thinking through courses of bringing together business and science, business and the arts, arts management, business and the social sector, and we are involved in all of the sectors of society in Madras Christian College. And so I think bringing together both of those is a very critical part of what it is we want to do. And the third thing of what we want, the distinctive feature of the business school, is going to be that every student that gets involved in Madras Christian College is going to be forming a company. We really want them to form a company, understand not everybody is going to succeed, 90% of them are going to fail, but we want them to have the lessons. The challenges of being an entrepreneur are completely different from being a leader, from being a business professional. And that's the third thing. And the fourth thing is we want to utilize the ecosystem of Chennai and Tamil Nadu and our Indian business people to be part of the learning of the students. So to date, and the school has just had a soft launch, it's only been a few months, we've had 80 executives from industry who've come in and been part of the classroom, presented their problems, presented their challenges, and the students have had a chance to participate. So they are almost extensions of the faculty of the school. So in that sense, we're giving the students a very live world experience.
You and your sister, Indira Nooyi, and several other Indians who studied in India, settled in the US, have reached great heights there. What was that American element that makes it possible?
Well, America was a land of limitless opportunities. If you had merit, there was no stopping you. And I think we, with the incredible education we had in India, at least I did, and I didn't go to an American college or university. For me, my education was Holy Angels Convent, Madras Christian College, and IIM Ahmedabad. So this incredible base of education gave me a base with which to work in America. And the merit-based society allowed me to create wealth. And that allows me to give back and do things that will hopefully make a small difference in my hometown to start with.
You are a two-time Grammy nominee, including your latest album, Triveni. Tell us about that.
Triveni is a healing, album. It's about healing music. And, as my mission is two things right now in life. One of them is emotional empowerment through mental health and music, and the economic empowerment through education. And so this is part of the emotional empowerment. And so this is about using some of the Sanskrit mantras, but I've done this in collaboration with a South African flautist and a Japanese cellist. And we've done this, and this has been...
Want to sing it?
No, it's too complicated, and I need my collaborators. But it's available on Spotify and Apple Music, so please listen to it.
Thank you so much. All the best. We hope to see you as a Grammy awardee.
Thank you so much. But I'm so happy to be nominated, so it's good enough.
Thank you so much. That was Chandrika Tandon talking to us as she launches the MCC Boyd Tandon School of Business at MCC with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV. And that's a wrap on this edition of the Tamil Nadu Brief. Hope you liked it. See you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.